Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining me for another video. As always, a free way you can support the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I've started a Patreon account where I rebooted one, and lots of people have joined. I'm getting new patrons every day. If you want to see some exclusive access to my portfolio, to moves that I'm making, hop on over to my Patreon page. You can see a link into the description, or search on Patreon World War Bitcoin. The stuff that I post there is worth its weight in gold. But other than those things, let's go ahead and dive right in. What a beautiful day. Seeing lots and lots of green. Ethereum has taken the spotlight. Just when it was so close to $3,000. I was just watching it like a hawk yesterday. It was so close to $3,000, and then when it went past 3,000, it just shot past. It's like it was ready to go. Just getting through that sell wall at 3,000, and once it got past, man, we topped out at 3,200 today. I expect Ethereum to continue to climb. A few words of caution that I will throw out there, but for the next 70 or so days until Ethereum 2.0 launches, I expect some pretty positive price action. Do I expect it to continue to go like this? No. I shared on my Patreon account today. I'll share one little bit of info from that. You guys know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, I've been predicting $8,000 to $10,000 for Ethereum this year. I'm beginning to think that maybe that's a little too conservative. I've seen other people predict $20,000. I think that that's a little too high, but there's a possibility that Ethereum could reach $20,000 this year. But you know how these bull runs end if you've been paying attention for a while, and I don't expect this bull run to look any different, where there's going to be at the very end of it this parabolic increase where maybe the price of Bitcoin, the price of Ethereum, there'll be a Bitcoin parabolic run and then an altcoin parabolic run, but you'll see the price of Bitcoin shoot up like crazy, maybe double in the span of 2 days or something like that, or 3 days, something like that. And Ethereum, I expect a little bit after that to do something similar, where there's going to be this major altcoin boost, and the price of Ethereum will shoot up and maybe double in 2 to 3 days. So double from here is $6,000, and I'm saying Ethereum's going to hit $8,000 to $10,000 this year. That would assume, if it hit $6,000 and all those things came true, obviously that would assume that Ethereum would just trade flat for the rest of the year. So in my mind, at least in my opinion, Ethereum hitting $8,000 at least is like a no-brainer. But we'll see. As always, the thing that I'm saying is, until August, I'm not worrying about anything. I don't think that this bull run is going to end in August. I think it's going to be at the very earliest September or October. And so I'm just holding on, holding tight, not going to worry about corrections or dips. I mean, ETH topped out at 3,200 today. It's now at 3,130. There's a dip for you. Now's a great time to get in, because May is going to be a really, really good month. I would be shocked if we didn't see an all-time high for Bitcoin this month. And I would be shocked if this was the all-time high for Ethereum. And I think we're going to see all-time highs with a whole bunch of cryptos. Polkadot, I've had my eyes on Polkadot. That's been my number one short-term play, because it was at under $30 when it got on my radar, and it had topped out at $49 this year. I don't see any reason why Polkadot can't top out beyond its previous peak of $49. So that's pretty significant price action. We're looking at $37.87 right now for Polkadot. There's so many things. I mean, it's just a gold mine right now. And it's great to see that we recovered from that dip to 47,000. That was only 8 days ago for Bitcoin. So we are $11,000 higher than that. I just expect this movement upwards to keep happening with minor corrections. If you are new to the space and you're looking to get in, look for minor corrections. You're not going to get your 25% correction this month. I'm sorry, it's just not happening, except for maybe Dogecoin. We'll talk about that. But let me talk about a few other things. It's going to be a relatively short video today. Just a couple things that I'm really happy about. This is what I love about cryptocurrency, is DeFi, deregulated finance. And so this is talking about Bitcoin in particular, but this is giving the world third world countries in particular, opportunities that we have had and enjoyed, those of us in the United States or Europe or in major countries around the world, we have enjoyed these conveniences for decades. And Africa in particular has not had those opportunities. I mean, banking, try to get a bank account in Ghana, for example. Good luck with that if you are a Ghanaian resident person. And so what are you doing? How do you make money? How do you grow wealth? There's very few opportunities. And then crypto comes along, and in particular Bitcoin, but I know Cardano is doing some amazing things in Africa, that this is giving them opportunities. And this is the way you help third world people. It's not by sending them pallets full of food, because there's so many ways for all those gifts to corrupt people. It disincentivizes work, and those people who are trying to build businesses, it destroys their businesses. Giving away free stuff. Could you imagine? I mean, I sell, I run a grocery distribution company. Could you imagine if like there was this wealthy country that just handed out tons and tons of groceries, the exact groceries that I distribute? My business would die. That's what's happening in Africa as we're trying to help them recover, is we're making things worse. There's a really good book that I recommend, When Helping Hurts. And so, but this is the way to help. This is the way to build a solid foundation in these countries so that they have equal footing to us. This is the kind of distribution of wealth that I will get behind. But otherwise, anyway, it's so fun to see this. Africa is leading the world in peer-to-peer Bitcoin trading volume growth this year so far. I expect more of that, and I love to see it. So something else, a few other metrics that I want to take a look at, and that'll be done. MVRVZ score, we're nearing a peak with Bitcoin, and the MVRVZ score as of yesterday was 4.2. That is a very healthy point, and there's just so many factors right now that are working in our favor for major short-term gains over the next month or 2 months. The MVRVZ score being one of them, is that we're going to hit an all-time high, I would expect, within 2 weeks at the latest, and the MVRVZ score won't be too hot. And so what does that mean? That means that we'll have more upward momentum to go before some kind of 25% correction or something like that. So pay attention to this. This is my go-to. I use this to predict essentially the correction from 58 to 43,000 that we had in February, at the end of February, in early March. And I use it to predict the correction from 42,000 to 28,000. I pay attention to this a lot. Something else that I pay attention to is Google Trends. So Google Trends, Bitcoin Google Trends. You see a trend score here of what? 27 in comparison to 100 at the peak at the end of 2017. This is always bullish for Bitcoin. You see it as low as it is right now. Another wonderful trend, another good thing to pay attention to. And here's the reason. I'm not even really interested. I know that like none of my friends are talking to me about Bitcoin right now. I mean, some are, because they know that I have a YouTube channel, a TikTok channel, a Twitter account, all that stuff. But when your friends who don't know anything about crypto are all of a sudden talking about it on Facebook or Google searching it or giving you a call, hey, what do you think? Should I get in? That's the time for you to be nervous. And I'm seeing on Google Trends a score of 27. Good times. But here's my concern. A little tiny concern. Not a big one, but a tiny one. You do this for Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum has been pretty hot. I mean, all year, it's one of these things. Should you have exited Ethereum on February 6th when the score was 88? No, you should not have. But at the same time, all right, score of 100, February 7th to the 13th. Ethereum did correct pretty hard around this time. If I'm remembering correctly, it went from about $2,000 to $1,200. And so now I wouldn't be surprised if for May, coming into this next week, May 1st to May 8th, if this trend score got pretty high. So maybe we're due for a little bit of a cooling off period, not a big one, because again, don't exit. If you exited and just stayed away from on February 20th or February 14th, something like that, you would have missed out on phenomenal gains. But I think what I would recommend is looking at this heat map here, maybe try to get into some of these other cryptos. If you're of the mentality that you're taking gains, maybe try to get into some of these other cryptos. Again, Polkadot to me seems like it's in a good position. VET, Cardano, those have been trading sideways for quite a while. XRP, there's other ones that I just think, Crow for sure, that I think are very good ones to benefit from people taking profits in Ethereum and not wanting to put it in Bitcoin, but putting it in other places. Ethereum's just a little, not too much, but a little hot right now. Honestly, if you let it ride with Ethereum, you'll be doing just fine. But here's something else I want to talk about. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is just too hot, guys. It's too hot. Let's see. You know what's coming up here. May 8th, 5 days from now. Elon Musk is getting on SNL, and the price of Dogecoin has risen as a result of that, and I expect it to continue to rise throughout this week. And then what's going to happen when Elon Musk goes on SNL? This, to me, this reeks of a buy the rumor, sell the news type situation. So I'm riding the wave. I bought on Saturday about $800 worth of Dogecoin. Small amount, just whatever. I'll throw some money in there. It was at 30 cents, shot up to 39 cents. It's hovering around 39 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if it got a little higher throughout the week. If Friday it's saw some exciting action. And then I honestly think that Dogecoin is going to crash, not crash, but that there's going to be a dump after SNL. So I'm selling my Dogecoin sometime on Saturday, maybe before the show. I'm just going to, not all of it, the Dogecoin that I already had before I purchased that $800 worth, I'm just going to let it ride because I think Dogecoin is going to $1 this year, something like that. But that $800 that I put into Dogecoin, I'm dumping it Saturday, maybe like 8 p.m. I am buying the rumor, selling the news. That is how the smart money is playing this, I think. And if I'm wrong about that, the other Dogecoin that I have, I'll just, I'm letting that ride. Sure, let's let it shoot to the moon. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it'll shoot to the moon when Elon Musk is on Saturday Night Live, and then the next day it'll crash. Whatever the case, I am not going to ride those short-term gains. I'm not going to let it ride through the show, through Saturday Night Live. And this is a big reason why. Dogecoin is just way too hot right now. It cannot keep this momentum, this search momentum, this interest. It can't do it for the next 6 months. It still needs to cool off. I think that this is a blip, that this sudden increase to 39 cents is just because of this one-time event, and then it's going to need to cool off more. So just keep that in mind with Dogecoin. Otherwise, what a great time to be investing in crypto. What a great time to be holding crypto. And do not sell, but do your own research. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, although financial advisors in the world of crypto are unbelievably overrated. So do your own research before investing your hard-earned money. But other than that, I hope you have a great week, great rest of your week, great Monday, beautiful day, all that stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Have a great week. Peace.